Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's Beer Reviews. It is another really hot, sticky day here in the southeast of England. It's 30 degrees again. I've never known anything like it. 30 degrees pretty much every day for what feels like about 3 months now. It's really hot, it's really uncomfortable, it's been a long day, I'm knackered and I really fancy a cold beer. And I've got a beer for you today from the London Beer Factory. I've not reviewed one of theirs before. And it is a can of their Berliner Heist, should I say. And it is described as a raspberry and blackberry Berliner Weiss beer. So there is the artwork, the London Beer Factory. Yeah, I don't say much about ingredients or anything like that. London Beer Factory. This stuff is coming in at 3.5% ABV. Level 10 IBU. Contains yeasts. Doesn't say much in the way of ingredients. Brewed and canned in the UK by London Beer Factory. Oh, here we go. Ingredients: water, malted barley, malted wheat, raspberry puree, blackberry puree, hops, yeast and gluten. So it sounds like it's going to be a bit of a fruity affair. Look at the ring pull on that, massive one. Yeah, let's get this into a glass, see what we get. Whoa, okay. Very different. Not really sure the point in that. That is, look at the colour of that. I've never had a can like that before. Look at that. The whole blooming roof of it came off. Yeah, there you go. That's the first. Here is the Berliner Heist raspberry and blackberry Weiss beer from a London Beer Factory. Look at the colour of that. Beautiful. Sort of light red, almost pinkish colour to it. Really good levels of carbonation, really hazy. You're not really seeing anything through that. You might be able to see the bubbles rolling up the glass there. Not really sure if the light's much good for you. But lovely colour to it, lovely haze to it. Head has disappeared pretty quickly. Let's get an aroma for this fruity sounding Weiss beer. Oh, loads of raspberry. Raspberry, you're getting that kind of nice sweetness, and then you're always getting the slight bitterness from the blackberry as well. It is blackberry, I'm not just making it up, yeah. Raspberry and blackberry. So you're getting the sweetness of the raspberry and that, as well as the blackberry, and a little bit of bitterness and sort of the blackberry. It smells lovely. So much fruit. I mean, obviously it's loads of raspberry, loads of blackberry. Smells delicious. Let's get a taste. Cheers, guys. Whew. Okay. That is fruity. Really fruity. Loads of raspberry on that. Tons of raspberry. There's a slight sourness that follows up the fruit. I mean, literally, it tastes like I'm drinking mushed up raspberries. It really is, and you're getting that slight, the slightest kind of, not bitterness, I suppose, from a blackberry, but you're getting the raspberry straight away. Is the main flavour to this. Loads of raspberry, sharp fruit when it hits your tongue, and then it turns kind of a sour note to it. Mouth feels very short, doesn't last long. I'm getting nothing now. Ooh. It's really quite sour. Loads of initial raspberry sweetness. Nice mouthfeel. It's very light, very drinkable. No bitterness to it whatsoever. No hoppiness to it whatsoever. It's all fruit, sourness, mid palate, and nothing on the back end. It's gone. Unbelievably refreshing, unbelievably fruity, and the sourness actually complements it. I'm not a fan of sour beers normally, but I think the sourness with this works. It works with the fruit, works with the puree that's gone into it. There's more in there and I want it. I can't get it. Yeah, wheat, raspberry, blackberry, hops, yeast, gluten. Really sweet. Slightly sour afterwards. No real complexity to it at all. There's no hoppiness on the back end. There's no bitterness to it. It's all fruit and a bit of sourness straight after that. Very refreshing. Nice mouthfeel. Nicely carbonated. At 3.5%. You could drink a few of them if you wanted to. Probably a bit too fruity for my liking in terms of a session, but it's really refreshing on a day like today. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect for that. But it's very interesting. It's a very interesting beer. I've never had one from the London Beer Factory before, and I've never had one in that style, the Berliner Weiss beer. I never had one like that, so it's all new for me. But it's very tasty. Really good juice of the raspberry and the blackberry. You can taste both of them. It's really drinkable. Dangerously drinkable. And you get that fruity sourness that follows it up. And then it's gone. Quite a short mouthfeel. No real complexity to it. Lots of fruit, lots of sour, and then fades out. 3.5% this one. Yeah, not really sure what else to say about it. It's a big fruit explosion of a beer with a low alcohol content, and yeah, no hops to it whatsoever. So, but really refreshing. I'll give it a score for, based on today, the fact it's really hot. I'm sitting here sweating now. I mean, it must be pushing 30 degrees in my bloody house. For what it is, it does very well in terms of a fruity Weiss beer. It has got a nice kind of soft, creamy mouthfeel to it, but really nice use of the fruit, and the soury flavour is not overpowering. It's not off-putting, which a lot are for me. I'm going to give it a score, and I'm going to give it I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for this one. I got this in Tesco. So yeah, I'm assuming you might find it in your local one. Have a look if there's something you fancy. Really fruity, really refreshing. Nice mouthfeel throughout. A little bit of sourness after the fruit, like I said, but no hoppiness to it, no bitterness to it at all. But on a day like today, if I say it's going down very quickly because it's cold and it's refreshing, so win-win, right? So yeah, 7 out of 10 for London Beer Factory's Berliner Heist. And yeah, let me know what you think. Give the video a big thumbs up, please. Don't forget to subscribe. I do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, cheers guys.